A brand new Minecraft drop is releasing in just 2 weeks now, but weirdly enough, we're already getting news about the next one. In fact, in literally 12 days now, Minecraft Live will be coming, and they've confirmed there'll be something off the show called the Deep Dig, where they'll feature their first playthrough of the new drop, with developers sharing their wisdom, as well as never-seen-before game drop content and the developers' top secret insights. This is incredibly exciting, and it raises the question of what actually is going to be in the next major Minecraft update, and so that's exactly what we'll be going through today by looking at everything Minecraft have said they'll be adding or even started to add to the game and rating it according to these 4 categories of likelihood. And so let's start with the most likely things coming to Minecraft, because just like how we know exactly what's in the next Minecraft drop, including the delightful panorama by the way, we also know that Minecraft have been doing something in basically every update for a while, and it is sadly the most boring for vanilla players because new add-on and data pack functionality will almost certainly come in this update, because Minecraft have been trying to give creativity to creators for a while now, so this will be in the update regardless. We can also say that for the first time in a while, Minecraft have started adding older features that were stuck behind experimental because they surprised us by adding the villager trading to the game after 15 months in the wild, proving that old ideas don't have to be discarded. And I love the new wandering trader trades. They make hardcore superflat possible. There's so much to say that's good about it, but this means that we can also see the return of other experiments such as if you haven't been following the Java snapshots for the game, you might not realize this is real gameplay, by the way. You can have minecarts that go insanely fast because they added it to snapshots last year, but despite the fact that many game drops have come and gone since then, it hasn't been officially added to any of them. Now, there's a couple of reasons this could be true. They're looking to wait for a transportation update, maybe they've got one planned for this summer, or maybe it's a bundle situation where they added it to Java many years before they added it to Bedrock because of technical concerns on that platform. And if you consider that the beacons couldn't be buffed in the spring drop specifically for that same reason, performance on Bedrock on lower end devices is an issue, maybe that's a sign that they're gonna come back and bring in this minecart update. Why do I think that's true? Because they've just discontinued a bunch of Bedrock devices, allowing for the minimum performance standards to be raised and allowing for the next update after this one to actually include more interesting features, maybe including faster minecarts. I'd say slightly less likely is a combat update. The combat snapshots mostly focused on PvP, and Jeb has said since they finished and he worked on combat, making sure it's the same between Java and Bedrock, that now he wants to focus on PvE, in other words, player versus the environment, things that you fight in your world, and he's been focusing on that for a few years. However, maybe the side projects like Minecraft Dungeons 2 and Minecraft Legends have kept him preoccupied because we haven't seen publicly any progress on that, and so in the likely category, this is the least likely because they literally created the entire system and it does seem to be popular on both Java and Bedrock, but despite that fact, it's been years and every update it seems like it's going to be the one, so just keep in mind that I don't think the combat update is unlikely, but also I do think that clearly it's not their top priority in the same way that minecarts or data pack functionality seems to be. Okay, now let's get into the meat and potatoes of what the next update would have to focus on, the theme, and we're going to do this in the realm of possibility because these are all things that Mojang have specifically said they want to update at some point, but I think that was very hard to justify an entire 1-year development cycle for, but with 3 months they could obviously do these much better, and so a new biome is likely. Given that we had the Garden Awakens, where they created the Pale Forest, we could see a brand new drop just for a new biome, and I think it'd be likely for that biome to be in a cave somewhere. We still only have 3 cave biomes, and I guess the non-cave biome, and this could be easily expanded. You could focus on one cave biome, you could focus on multiple, and unlike the surface of the overworld, it's the sort of thing people would be excited to find, and imagine going into an amethyst cave one day. All of these different possibilities are things that could be great, or they could say, you know what, no, caves, we've done them too many times, let's go into something else we wanted to update for years but haven't wanted to update an entire update towards, and so farming is a possibility there too. Farming in Minecraft is one of the most fun mechanics. A lot of people think of farms, they think weird, complex redstone mechanics, but the truth is just simple things that you can farm and have a good time with are one of the base mechanics of Minecraft, which are surprisingly fun. Why not a farming update? And similarly, I think while we're talking about Minecraft wanting to go back and fix old things, something that they showed concept art for back in the Wild update were these brand new birch trees, which by the way they did reference in the Minecraft Live trailer. Actually, you know what, Mojang? I don't think we do need a Birch Forest update. I think there's probably an argument they could go for a Swamp update. However, if we look at the concept art, that is dominated by the Fireflies, which they did technically sort of add in the last drop. The Firefly Bush may be something that is a block and not a mob, but it does allow for Fireflies to exist, and so thanks to that new Bush we have, you can argue we don't really need to update the rest of the biome, although I do think that all sorts of atmosphere could be nice, but it would better fit in the spring drop. So what else have Mojang said they're definitely adding to the game? Well, sadly, I'm going to move into technically possible for this one, and you're not going to like why, because Minecraft have clarified that they'll be adding every single one of these mobs. That's right, we held lots of votes at various Minecraft lives, and in those, Minecraft said the losers would eventually make it to the game. And here's the thing, a lot of people took that incredibly literally and thought, oh, so in year 1 we'll get the winner, and year 2 then the loser, and then year 3 the third mob. But the truth is, Mojang never had direct plans to add them. However, I fully believe Mojang when they said, yeah, if we have the right time to add them, they'll be in the ideas library, ready for whenever we need a mob of that variety. However, the reason I think that it's only technically possible that we get any of these mob vote losers is that the spring drop would have been the perfect time to add at least 2 of these. The most famous example is the Moo Bloom. A mushroom variant would have been perfect for this update. Why don't we have one? Because they're not actually interested. They wanted to retexture some cows and some pigs, and they weren't really interested in adding ideas they'd said they'd added because it wasn't part of their vision. And so then we also had the cactus flowers, and despite the fact that this isn't a perfect representation of the Mesa update, it would have also been a wonderful time to add vultures and tumbleweeds. These would have made deserts feel so much more alive. You could even have sheep that eat the tumbleweeds. It could have fit perfectly into the update, but they did not add it. I am now incredibly bearish at the idea that Minecraft have any consideration about actually going through and adding the mob vote losers. I think if there was the perfect opportunity for it, I think there's still a chance they might decide not to go for it. I think they're going to specifically decide at some point in the future to come back for one of the losers, maybe, but I think the vast majority of these ideas are in the ideas library, which is to say, they are ideas. I think that they are just as likely as making up any other magical mob off the top of your head, maybe slightly likely by the tiniest amount, in the same way that, yeah, you might want the red dragon, but the truth is, even though the red dragon was for years the most sought after Minecraft feature, it's only technically possible. I really like that King B Dogs made a joke about this recently, where he's like, look, you have the red dragon in Minecraft already, you just have to punch it for a second. But yeah, this kind of shows that even within the Mojang team, it's become a bit of a joke. A second dragon doesn't fit Minecraft, and even though lots of developers have gone on record saying they would like to add it, they're probably not going to go ahead and do so, and I think that this might be the case for the fletching table. You might recall the fletching table came to the game in 1.14, alongside all of the other workstations required for every single other villager in that update. It was really great, I think we could say. However, interestingly, they left 2 of these workstations kind of underutilized at the time. Those 2 workstations, of course, being the smithing table and the fletching table. They promised that functionality for these would come in a later update, and they were true to their word. Just a year later, the smithing table got this functionality. You can left trigger on it and add not just smithing tables to gear, but also make netherite in here. And then there's the fletching table, and here's what happens when you... Okay, the joke is that it doesn't work. You can do nothing with a fletching table. Some smug people will say the fletching table's already functional, as if the stone cutter and the blast furnace and the smoker and the grindstone and the cartography table and literally every other one of these blocks doesn't have some way you can use them. But right now the fletching table has one use, and it's to make this guy. And I'm just saying, you know, he's a nice guy for trading with, but I would love to see some unique ways to make arrows, and if Minecraft had a plan, this would be the perfect time to implement those plans. Oh, that's weird. There's barrier blocks here. Oh, a lot of barrier blocks. I shouldn't have let him out. You know, can you come back, actually? Anyway, speaking of coming back, let's address the elephant in the room. There's one thing that everyone in the community would be happy with, and that is an update to the end. I think that ever since the Caves and Cliffs update came out, and we got the community wish of a cave update, this has been dominating the community zeitgeist, and there's a big reason I think Mojang have neglected to do it, and that is probably the fact that if you were to satisfy people's demands, they wouldn't actually be satisfied. In fact, I think everyone has a vision in their head of what an end update should be, and I think there's a bit of a struggle in how they should actually do this, especially given the limited time. I think that if there is only a 3-month development cycle for this next drop, there is no way they could make an end update that would satisfy everybody, but even probably it'd be hard to make one that satisfies anybody. There is a theory, this is one that I've personally posited a few times, that maybe Mojang splits into different teams for different drops, so while there's a team working on the spring drop, the Pigs and Twigs update, there could be another team that's working on this drop. This is probably the only way to explain how it is that we're going to get a playthrough of this update, Minecraft are going to be able to show it to us before the Pigs and Twigs update has even released. This is something that would maybe explain why it is that the spring drop has focused on mostly aesthetic changes, while maybe the Garden Awakens was much more technical, and maybe that will be the same for the next update, and so maybe you could argue they've been working on this next update for 6 months, but even then, that's half of the size of an update of the Caves and Cliffs, or the, the Tales and Trails, or the Tricky Trials. Is that enough time to actually satisfy everyone with an end update? And indeed, the bigger question, can you ever satisfy everyone with an end update? That is a struggle I think that Mojang definitely thinks about regularly, and so that's why it has to be in the technically possible but not likely section of this video. There is going to be a time to work on the end update, and this would be the perfect time. Spiritually speaking, I want me to be wrong so bad. I want to look back on this and go, haha, you were so wrong. I just don't believe that is going to be true. However, now we can talk about what's unlikely in this update, and since we've already gone through a lot of the theories, I think now we have to mention something that for some reason has just popped up all over YouTube. The idea that if something is in the Minecraft movie, or even weirder, in a piece of Minecraft merch, then it's obviously going to be in the base game, and I think this isn't true, but if we want to suspend our disbelief anyway, well...
Oh no, not again. Oh my god, are you alright?
That's right, I have the exclusive information that hit and runs will be coming to Minecraft, which you could argue actually isn't that dissimilar from deciding to use minecarts to launch villages into space. But yeah, I think that these are the list of features that I think we should be keeping our eye on for working their way into the next Minecraft update. I think that the likely bets are Minecraft coming back to a feature they've worked on before, but I would be really pleasantly surprised if Minecraft revealed that yeah, this last update was just a little side gig while they'd been working on this one, and if we see a substantial reveal, that is to say more than 2 or 3 features, some real version of what might be coming in the future, I think that's an exciting sign that Minecraft have worked out the solution to the problem we've been trying to solve forever, which is actual throughput going through the company. In other words, by having half the team focusing on one update while another half focus on the other, you can double the time actually making content and have less of people getting in each other's way, in theory at least. And is that what's going to happen? Will Minecraft continue to choose to remix existing parts of the game, or will we see entirely brand new content in a way that we haven't for quite some time? Well, that is what we're going to be finding out at Minecraft Live. I have lots of questions, and if you want to watch it live with me, I think we'll be doing a watch party on this channel, so if you click the link in the description, you'll be able to see exactly how many hours till it is in your time zone, because YouTube localizes to that, which you might find to be incredibly handy, and you can also hit notify me if you want to know when it's happening, because I am excited. But yeah, it's not the only thing we're excited for. I'm also excited to see if they do things with achievements and advancements, because we know that's a controversial thing, which they will have to mention at some point. But also, I'm very curious about the next couple of weeks, because we have not just Minecraft Live in 12 days and a brand new Minecraft update in presumably 2 weeks, but also we have the next Minecraft update, 1.20, 1.80, starting its previews potentially as soon as tomorrow. I am going to be hardscoping tomorrow to let you know if anything does happen, and I'll inform you on this channel if they do let us know the direction of that next update already. But yeah, it's update season, and I'm excited to share it all with you, and hopefully you're excited to share it with me too. Thank you, and goodbye.
Your head is huge.